Hey there, do you like drywall mudding? If you do, you're in the right place. My name's Adam, and this is my renovation here on Iris Street. It's the 115th week, and I am just cracking away on drywall mudding. I'm trying to get the entire house to what I call base 1, so that's every single screw and joint mudded, taped, and ready to go for coats 2 and 3. I made a lot of progress this week. It's probably going to take one more week to get the entire house to base 1. And from there, I hope the final 2 coats can really fly along. So let's see how much I get done this week. I start the week off by mudding the office window jambs. Window jambs require 3 coats of mud fill and a span of tape before the corner bead can be applied. On Thursday, it's sunny but still cold. Colorado has received over twice its average snowfall for this time in the year, and it just keeps coming. Luckily, I'm working indoors this week. In the evening, I turn to mudding the jambs in bedroom 2. With the 3 mud fill coats dry, I add a span of tape to the perimeter of each window. After some light sanding, I add a span of tape to the jambs in bedroom 1 as well. The kitchen window is also ready to receive a span of tape. With the smaller windows under my belt, I turn to the 9x5 window in the great room. I save this window for last in hopes it will turn out the best. It is a focal point of the home, and I want it to stand out. My dad and I left the drywall long here, so before I trim it, I have to block the framing into square. Several unique pieces of dimensional lumber are cut in the shop and are screwed into place. This blocking will bring the jambs up to 90% square. Cardboard shims will make up the final 10%. After shimming the top and sides, I break out the jigsaw and trim the drywall. This step alone makes the window look a lot better. On my lunch break, I finished cutting some dimensional lumber that I ran out of time for yesterday. These pieces belong at the top of the grate window in its corners. With the shims done, I crack open the box of jambs that came with the window. They measure 5.5 inches wide, and unfortunately, I need at least 5 3/4 inches. These jambs won't work in the great window, but I can use them in open doorways elsewhere. That means the great window will receive drywall window jambs just like the rest of the house. In the evening, I went downtown to see Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone with music performed live by our fantastic Colorado Symphony Orchestra. If I wasn't building a home, I would definitely be at the symphony every other weekend. On Saturday, I clean the window jambs in preparation for their mud fill coats, and eventually tape and corner bead. I'm going through mud faster than ever, and it's time for yet another batch. The first mud fill application always uses the most mud. A window of this size takes around 68 ounces. Bedrooms 1 and 2 had some missing corner tape in their window jambs, so I tackled that next. As with all tape jobs, there is an order of operations. In this case, corner tape first, then corner bead on top. With the window jambs in the house mostly done, I turned to the stairwell. Hanging drywall in the skylight vault was the most difficult installation, and mudding in this part of the home is just as difficult. I guess that's why I saved it for last, but I can't put it off any longer. The great window has dried for a day, and its jambs received their second coat of mud fill. This joint in the stairwell is a factory edge next to a butt edge, so it receives a pre-fill coat too. Continuing in the stairwell, I knock out the remaining pre-fill before the corner tape can go up. With the pre-fill done, I take a deep breath and start the stairwell corner tape. This is my grand staircase of the Titanic, so to speak, and I want it to come out beautifully. Getting to this point in the project has taken 53 days of mudding alone, but it's starting to pay off, and every day this looks more and more like a home. With the corner tape dry, I start adding finish coats of mud to the stairwell. At least 3 finish coats will be required here. On Tuesday, I tackle the final joint tape of the stairwell vault. It is the hardest because of its height and its disruption by these beams. I could really use some scaffolding here, but my extendable ladder still gets the job done. The basement is missing some tape in a few spots too, so while the super taper is out, I tidy up those areas. The skylight vault is ready for its corner bead, so after filing the rough edges into square, it's time for mud and the bead. That's a wrap for week 115. Join me next week for more home reno fun. Cheers!